What is up, everyone? Carter Maxwell here, the high school hustler, and in this video I'll be going over how you can take your Amazon business from $0 to $100 a day selling used books on Amazon. So recently I've been getting a lot of questions from different people on how much money does it take to start an Amazon FBA book business, what are the best categories to sell in, what are the best books to sell in, where can you find books. In this video, I'll be going over my personal experience from building my book business on Amazon from $0 to $100 a day pretty quickly, and I'm going to go over some tips and tricks on how you can do the same as well. So I'm going to briefly break down the process on how you can take your Amazon book business from $0 to $100 a day and beyond quickly. The 5 steps to success. Let's get straight into it. First step in building your Amazon book business is to obviously create your Amazon seller account. Now, when it comes to actually creating your account, you have 2 different seller plans that you can choose from. You have the individual seller plan and the professional. So within the individual, there is no monthly fee that you do have to pay, although you have to pay a per item fee every time you sell a product, which is 99 cents. And the professional seller plan is $40 per month, and there is no fee for each item that you sell. So if you're starting to get to the point where you're selling 30 to 40 or even more products per month and you're still on the individual plan, it only makes sense to upgrade to the professional seller plan, which is the one that I recommend. And if you start paying $40 a month, hopefully that should motivate you to get off your butt and start finding books and products to resell on Amazon. Now, within the first step, once you signed up for your account, you then need to find a way that you're able to scan books and analyze the data once you scan it. Once you create an Amazon seller account, you will then have access to the Amazon seller app, which is 100% free, which you're able to then scan the barcode or the front face of that book, and it's going to pull down a whole database of that book and currently what it's selling for. And just remember, you're going to be selling FBA, so make sure you're looking at the FBA eligible price offers, and also pay attention to the sales rank. The lower the sales rank, the better. So you want to kind of stick under a 1 million sales rank is what I recommend. So step 2, you're going to need a little bit of side cash in order to purchase inventory to sell on Amazon. Now, when it comes to purchasing books, you're extremely in luck because people really don't know the value of their books, and often you can pick them up for anywhere from $0.25 to $1 for $2 at the highest price that I usually pay for books. Now, sometimes you'll go to different thrift stores and stuff like that, and they'll be a little bit more expensive. It all depends on how quickly you think that book can sell and how much money and profit you can make. Now, I'm going to go back to sales rank and go in a little bit more in depth of what exactly that means. So, every time you scan a book, it's going to have a bestsellers rank, and that sales rank stands for how often and how well that product sells. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, the lower the sales rank for that product, the more often it's selling. And when it comes to books, there's like 15, 16 million different books on Amazon. Now, I like to stick under the 1 million sales rank because that means it's selling a decent amount. It also depends on the price of the book. So, I mean, if you're looking to make $5, $6 trying to sell a $12, $13 book, I would like to stay anywhere under a 600, 500,000 sales rank so that it's going to hopefully sell within that month or the next month or the third month. And the good thing about books is they're also extremely cheap to keep stored in the Amazon warehouse. It's going to be like, I think a small paperback was like 2 to 3 cents per month, so maybe a larger hardcover is going to be 4, 5, 6 cents a month. I mean, pennies on the dollar to store the books. So, I mean, if you buy a book for $1 and you're trying to sell it for $20 and it takes 6 months to sell, I mean, you're going to be paying like 12 to 20 cents, 25 cents, depending on how big the book is, to store that item. And once it sells, you're going to make like 14, 15 back in profit. All just from, it's basically just a waiting game and just getting up as many books as you can. Now, the question is, can you go over 1 million sales rank? Yes. I mean, I've sold books all the way up to I think like a 4 or 5 million sales rank, and I've purchased books that were 6 or 7 million sales rank. Now, those 6 or 7 million ranked books had a price range of like $150 to $500. Those are the books that you maybe sell once every 12 months, once every 2 years. But if you can buy a book for $1 and it has like a 4 million sales rank, so you don't know if it's going to sell the day it checks in, the day it scans into Amazon, or if it's going to take 2 years to sell. Honestly, if it's a small enough book and it's pennies on the dollar, it doesn't matter how long it takes to sell. If you buy it for $1 and sell it 2 years later, $500, you're going to be glad that you let it sit there for 2 years. So the third step is obviously going to be sourcing the books to sell. Now there are a bunch of different places, like I mentioned earlier, that you can actually source these books. The most popular ones being garage sales, thrift stores, book sales, which you can find on booksalefinder.com. Garage sales, usually you can just drive around, or you can find them on garagesalefinder.com. Already mentioned book sales. Thrift stores like the Goodwills, the Savers, you can find those everywhere. And also check around your house, your friend's house as well. You never know what items you don't think have any value that actually sell for $20, $30, $50. Trust me, it happens all the time. So make sure you check those places out. Also within step 3, once you've found a couple different areas that you can continuously source books for a profit from, you then need to understand where the condition of that book comes into play. So on Amazon, you have, I think, 5 different conditions you can sell your book in. Acceptable, good, very good, like new, and new. So 5 different options you can sell your book. Now, it's all kind of based off of the condition of the book. So if you have stains, if you have rips, make sure you qualify that to each one. So if it's a pretty crappy book and you're like, who would ever want this? You're probably going to want it as acceptable. But if that book has maybe been used 2-3 times, it's spotless, you can try selling it as like new. Or if you think the book is in new condition, sell it as new. It all depends. And also, based off the competition, you're also going to be able to price your item higher. So obviously, the better condition of that book, the higher price you're going to be able to sell that book for. So step 4 is going to be actually creating your shipment. So once you build up a nice stock of anywhere from 20 to 30 books that you're going to be able to profitably sell on Amazon, it's now about creating the shipment. And so once you created your shipment, you're then going to have to label the products so that Amazon knows what that product is and obviously what you're wanting to sell it for. Now, it's a lot easier than most people think, okay? You have 2 different options when it comes to actually labeling the product. You can label it yourself, or you can have Amazon label it. So if you were to have Amazon label it, they're going to charge you 20 cents per unit, per book, whatever you're sending to Amazon, and you just pack them all in a box, send them to Amazon. Amazon will label them for you and then put them back for sale on Amazon. But if you're doing a larger quantity and you want to save some money, for instance, if you're doing like 100 books, 200 books, you can actually just label them yourselves. All you need is a printer and some 30 up labels, which you can get on Amazon. You get like 1,000 individual labels for like $10 on Amazon. Order them 2-day shipping to your house. Boom. Print out the label contents on the labels, paste it off, and put it on the back of the book, and you're good to go. So now that you've correctly labeled your products and ready to send them to Amazon, it all depends on the shipment plan that you have selected. Now, there are 2 different options in your shipment settings when sending products to Amazon. The one that I recommend is the inventory placement, the option that you can send everything to one warehouse. It makes it a lot easier. For instance, if you have like 20 to 30 books, you can fit all those in one box. You're going to save a little bit more on shipping. Now, don't get me wrong. The shipping discount that you get from UPS, FedEx, whatever carrier that you select has an extreme discount from Amazon, because Amazon is just doing a crazy amount of volume through those carriers. So don't really worry about that. I usually see anywhere from 30 to 35 cents per pound. So it's going to cost me around, I don't know, 20 cents to around 30 cents per book, which is actually pretty good to send that from your house to Amazon and then pay those really cheap storage fees every month for the product. Now, the 5th step, honestly, is just to stay consistent with your business. Keep sourcing books, keep sending shipments to Amazon, keep managing your active listings, checking the prices, making sure if you want to be the lowest price in that first sale, you make sure you have the lowest price. If you want to kind of wait a little bit longer, wait a couple months, try to extract a couple extra dollars for that listing, wait a little bit longer, it's all up to you. Just make sure you keep up the process and you will reach that $100 a day range and beyond, guys. I mean, I've had some crazy days. It all depends on the time of the year. Obviously, if you're going after lots of textbooks and stuff, when the new semesters, the new school seasons are starting, you're going to see a nice spike in sales. So that's just something to look out for. And books, honestly, guys, are like the easiest business to start. You don't really need much money to purchase them. I usually purchase books for like $1, $2 max. Sometimes I even get them for 50 cents. It all depends on if they're a children's book, they're a big book, large book. Just make sure you source from different locations as well. I personally recommend you go to booksalefinder.com, select your state, and go around your city and try to find the sales that are around those weekends and just go out there and find as many profitable books as you can. Get that shipment ready, send it up to Amazon, and make that money while you sleep. Also, if you guys are interested in how I've made up to some $25,000 months selling private label products on Amazon, make sure you click the first link in the description. Anyways, that's it for this video on how to make $100 a day selling books on Amazon. If you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to comment below with any questions and or video ideas you would like to see in the future. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, as I'm always giving away different tips and tricks on how to make money online. And on that note, I'll see you guys next video.